is an introductory video series for the public to get to know our city manager finalists. Of course, the public is encouraged to provide feedback to the full city council using the comment portal on the homepage of the city's website, that's minotnd.org, and to use these videos as a way to formulate questions that the community members may have during the virtual open house scheduled for the evening of November 4th. Now, that said, I'd like to introduce one of our finalists for the city manager position. It's Mr. Shawn Henessee. Mr. Henessee, thanks for giving us a few moments of your time.
Great to be with you.
Now, a couple questions for us just to get us started, and then we'll kind of give the reins over to you. You could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
But Mr. Henessee, please give us a brief introduction and your qualifications for this position.
Sure. So I've been working in local city and county government for right at 20 years now. I originally started down a legal path. The first year I was out of law school, I was a lobbyist for the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce. But I'd also worked part-time at a law firm that worked extensively with cities and counties, and that really had piqued my interests. I then got a position at Jackson County, Missouri, which is largely within the city of Kansas City. I was there for 13 years, oversaw a number of different departments there, and then went up to Marinette County, Wisconsin, which is right on the border with the UP of Michigan, as a county administrator. Then I ended up city of Pleasant Hill, which is a much smaller community. And until recently, I was the county manager for Clark County, Washington, which has about 480,000 people.
Wonderful. Now, what attracted you to the position of city manager for us here at Minot?
Well, in looking through the brochure, I was struck by, particularly at the end of the brochure, it talks about some of the things they'd like the new city manager to really focus on. Because I spent that time as a lobbyist, I'm very familiar with that, representing the city at the state legislature, if that's what the council recommends. I have quite a few years of overseeing comprehensive plans, strategic plans. I personally updated many zoning ordinances, which again, the city is in the process of either starting or will be starting shortly. So that in combination with my experience and background, my education, I thought it would be a really good fit. I think Minot is really a strongly growing community. It's got a lot of future. It's really a regional hub. And so from that perspective, I think it's an exciting prospect also.
Excellent. Now, what do you think is one of our biggest challenges for this community, or maybe one of our biggest opportunities, and how do you think you would address it?
Well, there's several. I mean, either challenges or opportunities. They can either be viewed either way. So Minot has luckily been spared from a lot of the volatility of the extraction industry. And at the same time, having the Air Force Base there is a huge anchor for economic development. And at the same time, really, Minot is, as I mentioned just earlier, an economic hub. That's why it's been growing so much. One of the many reasons why it's been growing. So growth is, very good, but it brings its own challenges with it. The city has seen an expansion of the services it needs to provide as you have that growth. And so that's more and more of a challenge. Clark County is facing a lot of those same challenges, growing at a very fast rate. So I think that it's very beneficial to start planning for that longer term, because I think Minot is only going to continue to grow in the future.
Excellent. Now, if you were afforded the opportunity to become our next city manager, how would you get to know our community?
I think it's very important for any city manager, county manager, or anyone in this position to get out in the community as much as possible. There's always emails and other things which want to keep you in the office, but you've really got to make a point to get out and about, not only in the community, but also within the other departments, just to get to know them. I've made it a point in everywhere that I've worked to really spend as much time as possible getting out in the community, hearing from them, hearing their concerns, hearing their suggestions. There's always numerous, it doesn't matter if it's the Rotary Club or the Chamber of Commerce, there's always some organization which I think is very valuable to get that input from those organizations to be a participant to the extent that you can. And so if I was selected as a city manager, I would certainly try to continue that pattern.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for us before we let you go?
Well, I'd just like to thank everyone for this opportunity, for this consideration. I'm really looking forward to coming up to Minot, and I think this is a great opportunity. My wife is excited, as am I. My dogs are the ones that will have some adjustment to do, but they've been doing very well at adjusting so far. So hopefully that'll continue to be the case.
All right, wonderful. Well, thanks again for your time, Mr. Henessee. We all look forward to hearing more from you in the coming week. Of course, good luck. And again, citizens, you can use this as a quick introduction to the finalists, as a way to get to know our top candidates for city manager position. Feel free to make comments through the comment portal on the city website. The virtual open house for Mr. Henessee is set for November 4th at about 6 o'clock. That will be a live stream event on the City of Minot's Facebook page, and the full council interview with Mr. Henessee is set for November 5th. That also will be a live broadcast. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you.